Hey Gemini, welcome to White Mirror Oracle. I'm really happy to have you here. Thanks for being here and thanks for showing up. This is your New Year's reading. So this is for December, January, February, all right? And we're gonna pick some oracle cards and we're gonna check in with the tarot, and then at the end, I'm gonna have a little bit of a reveal, a surprise for you guys. Any one of you that haven't followed my social media or the post that I've made, this is gonna be a good one. I'm just saying. Anyway, again, thank you for your patience. I haven't been able to show up the past week because I've been sick and I've been taking care of my kids. But there are two cards here for you. That's, wow, interesting. That I just picked. I just did your reading and then I was like, finding that I was like saying the same thing over and over again. I was just like, I'm in repeat mode and I'm going to do a new reading for you. Interesting that this is coming up because we got the mortification together with the Earth's heart, which is literally an energy of like things dying, coming to an end, basically death card, being in touch with your own mortality, being in touch with your own physicality, I would say, and also being in touch with your own inner alchemical processes where things are put to rest finally, like there's closure here. But in this closure, there's also an opening and something new can arrive, something new can grow. And maybe you are finding that things that has been repeating themselves over and over again, because what was I saying? I was saying, oh, we're gonna find out what's going on. We're gonna find out what's going on. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what you've been doing. Maybe you've been trying, like in the past, in a pattern, to be the one who like know what's going on, find out information, uncover, dig a little bit deeper, like pick up on clues. I know you gems can do that, and I'm Gemini moon, so I totally get that, and I appreciate that about you. But maybe you've done that for the best of you. Maybe you've done it to an extent where you've been, getting out of your own zone, getting out of your own body, getting out of your own presence in order for you to find out what's going on with other people, just for you to like feel a sense of control, or at least some sense of like safety, or perhaps just to like, touch base with how they're doing, because that's your way to read what's going on in relationships or in regards to, other people's evolution in their lives. Maybe you've also been a problem solver for other people and they've been like, hey Gem, can you help me clue this out? Can you help me find out what's going on? You've been like, yeah, sure, but that, is coming to a closure, I see. I don't know if that's specifically for some of you, but either way, something is coming to a closure that has been on repeat for a while, and now something new is growing out of that closure. The mortification also talks about the decaying process. So it's not only a final death, but it's also a moment where we slowly see things fade away. And as it fades away, which actually fits very well with the season that we're in if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, as it fades away, and for example, the leaves are slowly falling off the trees, and we see that shade of like all the colors coming into play in the fall, and then slowly they're like all like in the gray, right? Or in the white because it's snow, or in the black even, and in the darkness. And then I'm hearing this song, in the darkness, we make love. It's called Black Magic. Maybe some of you have actually sensed that there has been black magic around you, and so you're like withdrawing from that. You're slaying those dragons. You're like, no more of that black magic in my energy, and as you like basically like put fire on that shit and let it burn, that darkness becomes ashes, and those ashes lets the new thing grow, which is literally a rose. You can see that. And a rose talks about stamina and beauty and grace, but it also talks about a rose. A rose is so sought after because it has also, a little bit of, what do you call it? When it's not like, it's an inavailability or a difficulty like attaining it because it has thorns, and it's a very fragile yet strong flower. Like it can last through winter, but you also have to nourish it a lot, give it a lot of fertilizer, give it a lot of attention. So maybe it's something about that you're like, you're growing again, you're growing out of this mortification energy, but in that you're growing some sort of stamina where you're like not giving your energy to like people who are vampires, or you know, want to get some of your juice. You're like, well, if you want it, you can come get it, but you have to work for it. You know, I need this and this and this and this. Like, I require stuff. And I don't mean stuff like in physical stuff, maybe you do, but here we're talking about what you need energetically for people to show up in your energy, to get some of your juice. They also have to work for it. Like, they can't just expect it, right? So I see that's also falling away. Now, because these cards came up first, we're going to use them for the January energy, or the energy of the new year, the fresh new year, the slate. Also the transition, as you see. And then we're going to find out now in our next oracle card here, oracle cards, what is your December energy? And December already started, so let's see for you, gems. Now, this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this doesn't resonate, it's not for you, right? Take it with a grain of salt, you know, leave it to your intuition to choose what fits you, what doesn't. Don't force it. You don't have to overcompensate by stories. And you guys know all this already, right? Also know that, you know, I always set up a sacred space right before we start, because I just feel like this is our own little thing, and it's not up for anybody else to get in there. You know, this is for us solely, and you know, automatically people who are not in alignment to our energy, they will automatically fall away. And I think that's something for you too. If you set the bar for you where you're at, you know, and you maintain that level, then automatically, you know this, people will just fall away and other people will come, right? That's how it works. Anyway, just checking for my cat. So in reverse, we have this rotation, which is very similar to mortification energy, you can see. And actually, as this came up, I thought about this. And I think that maybe, was it Cancer or Taurus that had this? Maybe Taurus. Yeah, I think Taurus had this, but they had their in their February energy. So you're a little bit ahead of Taurus. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. Anyway, you're a little bit ahead of the game when it comes to what Taurus is realizing. And maybe you're also leading the way in that. Actually, you showed up a lot in Taurus reading, so maybe you should watch the Taurus reading. So rotation and reversed, again, talks about repetition, patterns dying off, repetition and patterns like no longer being like upheld or try to be maintained, because they're naturally just falling off. It could also point to the fact that maybe you have spun this web for too long. Maybe this pattern really needs to end. And now in December, you begin to see it. You begin to get a perspective of it. You see it from a different angle. Maybe, you know, it's been like, it's overdue. It's time. It's like way past due date, you know? And so life is showing you in your face what it is about, you know? And then you can take the next step to let it die off. And then from that death, like I said, make the new grow. All right? We're going to go into this further with tarot cards. We're just going to pick one more card for the February energy. All right, let's see what's up for February. I can't speak. Mercury is in retrograde, as you know, and you probably know this when you watch all of these readings on YouTube. You like find all these readers just stumbling on their words, not being able to articulate. That's us, the channels. All right, we got Neptune coming up again in reverse, which is interesting. This is a prayer card also, because Neptune is about dreaming, and it's Piscean energy, and Pisces is all about, you know, being the leader, the spiritual leaders. They're not really the leaders in that way, because they kind of like dance, right? But they can be the leaders. They can be the spiritual leaders, because they're so attuned and so connected to the vastness of creation, right? The vastness of the flow. It also talks about going with the flow in order for your dreams to co-create with existence. When it's in reverse, I would say Neptune is kind of begging you. Your dreams are kind of begging you, saying, please, can we manifest? Like, there is something here that needs to be manifested, and it's about time. I am curious to see what comes up with this in the tarot, because, you know, maybe what I sense too is like these dreams need to be anchored in and grounded, because as you can see here, the new is growing. Let's see here, sorry, just got an email notification, and it was about, you know, assisting your projects to grow. So maybe this is something there, right? Because as you can see here, this is slowly emerging, but it's taken its time and it's earth energy, so it's pretty slow, right? And this is water energy, but it is in reverse. So I would say there is some help needed, or maybe, you know, your dreams are asking for a little bit of a help to like push it forth, you know, to bring it forth. Maybe that rose needs fertilization. Maybe that fertilizer. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe your dreams need some kind of new input too, you know? Maybe they need something else in order for it to fully come into bloom. We're gonna find out what that is, all right? Actually, I'm just gonna pull one more card from the alchemical, the Wild Unknown Alchemical deck, just to find out what is it that they need, what is it the dreams need. Can we get one more Neptune in reverse, please? Maybe also why I'm speaking so weird is because I have lipstick on, and I was totally super aware of it. I mean, being autistic, it's like, this feels weird, something like smudged in my face. But yeah. All right, we got ash coming up, which is interesting because that was also something that I spoke about in a mortification card. So yes, you do need more fertilizer. You do need more fertilization. We're gonna find out what that is. Your dreams they need more attention. They need more stamina. You need to give them more energy, and the more energy you put into them, the more they will give back to you. What I'm also feeling is like this mudra, that's like, I think it's a yoni mudra. Let me see how it is. Like this. Yeah, I think it's like this. Yoni mudra, which is down. Or we can like pull the energy down instead of like this, like pulling it upward, like rising. It's like almost like you need to put that seed into the ground, like put it down. I don't know what this is. We're gonna find out now during tarot. All right, you guys. Oh, I've missed you. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do so. Thank you. And hit that like button just so I can get some confirmation. And if you want to share what's going on with your life, I would love to find out. So write a little something, maybe just a smiley or whatever, you know, in the comment section down below. But of course, if you just want to share a word, maybe some poetry, whatever you feel like, yeah? All right, let's see. What is the rotation in reverse during December for my gems, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Please, Spirit, let us know. We got the Lovers card. Well, that's your card, first of all, you know? And here we have the Beauty and the Beast, because this is the tarot of the divine, so there's all these stories connected to it. It's choosing from the heart. It's no longer choosing what you think you should do or what you think is probably the best, but just what you know that you want, what you desire, what is true, what is real. Remember that the beauty she chose out of compassion and love. She saw beyond what seemed to be, and she saw what was. She saw beyond the mask of things, beyond the illusion of the veil, and she saw what was, all right? So there's something there for you. Also, this could attain to a relationship, of course. Doesn't have to be a love interest, but it can definitely be. We're gonna get some more cards and just see what it is, all right? If this is not a love relationship that you feel like you've been like, you know, it's been kind of like in the rut and going in the wrong direction for a while, maybe some things haven't been happening the way that you want it, you know, slowly, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, I must say. And there's something there about the two, the yin and the yang becoming one. But it's about shifting perspective. Maybe you're also shifting polarities, or the polarity is like different, you know, like maybe there's more tilt towards the feminine. There's more need for compassion. Maybe there's more, you know, like sometimes, you know, the balance can be off in a relationship, and that's what needs to be like adjusted, I'm feeling. But also there's something about shifting perspective, like inside out, upside down, things like this, right? Let's see, what else is there with the Lovers card? Please, Spirit, we don't get any cards. Here we go. Well, we get the Five of Swords together with a Page of Coins. So there is some, I would say, fear or sorrow even, at least feeling of loss, but it's ideas of loss. It's, what would you say, beliefs of loss, because it is the sword energy. And then we have the Page of Coins, which talks about an initiation or learning more about worthiness and value. And it doesn't have to be money, it can be self-value, it can be self-appreciation. It's a very innocent energy, but it's also somewhat immature, so it's not done yet. It's not done growing. And sometimes when we're learning about the way of our hearts, the way of our true selves, we have to let go of these ideas and beliefs in regards to the Five of Swords, right? In regards to loss or not being enough or not feeling like, well, there is some sort of conflict, I would say. And it comes down to what you're worthy, what your heart is worthy. And I think it has a lot to do with what I said before. You know, like some people are just taking with no kind of appreciation. And those people will never help you to grow. Actually, they would just help you to die. And sometimes that die can be helpful. The dying can be helpful. But sometimes, you know, like we just need to be done with it and we can actually grow, and the growth is more important. And, you know, whatever needs to die off during the process, we'll do it naturally. We don't always have to be like down in the heaviness of our emotions, right? Or in the heaviness of the dirt, I would say. Even though there are some things that are very good to learn there. But I want to find out, I'm going to take another deck and I want to find out what is, actually I'm going to use another deck, here we go. What is the Five of Swords? So it's Christmas time coming up, you guys, or holidays, however you celebrate. I don't know how you celebrate. Let me know in the comments down below. Some of you might not celebrate at all. You know, actually, I was just talking to a connection and a friend, and I was telling her that, you know, I'm not going to celebrate the usual way this year. I'm a Gemini moon, so I'm also like slaying some baby dragons. I don't know, that came out weird. Slaying some baby dragons. I mean, I love dragons. But I'm, you know, definitely changing things up in regards to patterns of how I share my energy and how I use my energy and what I put into myself, right? Anyway, it's all about self-love in the end, right? All right, let's see what the Five of Swords is about. We got the Moon card at the bottom of the deck. There's something hidden here. In regards to emotions. Yeah, we got the Two of Pentacles. It came up like reverse and then it didn't. So there's something that's out of balance. It's out of funk. What is this thing that is out of balance? Please let us know. What is this grieving? What is this Five of Swords? It's out of balance. It is. All right. Let me just get one more. I got the Six of Cups. There's a connection here. There's definitely connection here. It's, well, here you go. It's between the feminine and the masculine. But the masculine is more like loving and caring and emotional. And the feminine is more like stamina and action oriented. So I would say maybe the balance needs to be like shifted a little bit. Maybe the masculine can get some of that fire energy and the feminine can get some of that water energy. But remember, you know, if this is not a person, then this is most definitely maybe internally. Maybe your feminine energy needs to be like more in the softness and your masculine energy needs to be more in the stamina, you know. Don't force anything, just see how it flows, all right? But if this is in regards to relationship, this is a relationship that is very loving, very innocent. It is, you know, soul contract on it, I would say. It is past lifetimes. It's like past life remembrance. Like you guys are definitely meant to be together on a karmic level. However, sometimes karma, you know, kind of gets along a little bit too far ahead. And though we want to clear the karma, we create more karma, I'm hearing. Let's see what the Page of Coins is about. Yeah, so it's about wish fulfillment, knowing your worthiness, knowing your value. Yeah, we get the Sun card at the end of the tunnel here. I saw it, and I told it, right? So I think that the Five of Swords is not a big thing. I think what's happening now in December is just like you are learning to choose from your heart what you're worthy, what you want around you and in your energy, and how you want to give your energy. And if there is a disbalance there, there is a conflict that needs to be resolved. And the way to resolve this conflict is definitely to have a conversation about where that stamina leads to and where does it come from and who has it, or if this is in regards to a relationship. Who stands for, you know, the doing, the action, all of that, because usually that's the masculine energy, right? And then we have the feminine energy, who stands for the loving, the nurturing, the caring, right? Because as I see it now, it's like a little bit shifted. There is a watery masculine energy. There's a fiery feminine energy. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I just see because of this two of Pentacles, there's a conversation that needs to be had in regards to how it is balanced, all right? Tipped away over, I'm hearing. Now, let's go on and see what is in the mortification card and the Earth's heart. Yeah, we got the Six of Swords popping up. So you're definitely moving on from something. I'm going to find out later what it is. Let's see also what is the mortification Earth's heart. What is it happening in January in the transition between the new years? Just find out. Yeah, you're moving towards what you want in life. That's really good. We got an Aquarius card coming up here. The Star energy, which talks about renewed hope. Talks about, you know, dreams coming true, wish fulfillment. You have a lot of great cards here, gems. You have the Lover's card, which is your card, you showing up first of all. You have beautiful, loving relationship here that just needs a little bit of a clarification, whether it is towards yourself or towards other people. And we have self-worth, and I think the reason for this disbalance is because you need to like communicate out the self-worth that you have discovered within yourself, how it is growing and what you're learning about it. We got wish fulfillment coming up upon wish fulfillment coming up. We got Nine of Cups. We got the Sun card, which is like basically one of the best cards you can get together with a star. You know, it's like two suns, right? Right? And then we got the Ace of Cups. Your cup is overflowing, my loves. In January, it's happening, all right? You're definitely moving away from what doesn't serve you and you're moving into what does serve you. I think that's amazing and beautiful. Now, what we want to see what is in the Neptune and reverse energy. So what is it that what kind of fertilization does your dreams need? What more amplification does your dreams need? I don't even know if that's grammarly correct, but, you know, let me know, because English is not my first language. All right, Neptune, yeah, I'm Swedish, if you haven't found out. And the Eight of Swords. So there's a little bit of doubt here going on. Whoa. It's about self-talk, you guys. No. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want that to end. Yeah, because you got the Eight of Wands in reverse. You got the Eight of Swords coming up with the Eight of Wands in reverse. And then you got the Nine of Coins. It's about self-fulfillment, being your own boss, you know, literally being the empress, but like in a more like minor way. I would say this energy is a little bit more a doer energy than the empress. She's more like kick back, relax, receive. But this is also about receiving the rewards of your hard work, like after a long time coming, maybe 9 years, 9 months, what have you, you know, you're finally reaping the rewards of what you really wanted. But there are some doubts whether or not you will receive it before you receive it, maybe even when you receive it, I'm hearing. Because you got an Eight of Swords, which is about, you know, self-doubt, negative self-talk. And because we got the Eight of Wands in reverse, I would say these ideas, these thoughts, this talk is directed towards self. It's not, you know, coming from other places, it's not other people. I would say rather you're going inwards maybe to deal with this. And once you've dealt with it, you know, more ash can come, which also relates to more energy comes to fertilize your dreams. It's very similar to the Taurus reading, so you might want to watch it, like I said. Remember that we all have these different placements, so it's not always about the sign, you know. Maybe you're just feeling it for a certain time, for a certain sign, and you're watching a reading and it just fits perfectly, you know. Also, I'm hearing if you're dealing a lot with different signs, like for example, right now I'm meeting a lot of people who are Taurus and Aquarius. before that, I met a lot of people who were Cancers and Capricorns. So like, whatever you're dealing with in your life, and before that I met a lot of Scorpios. That means like an aspect of you that you're also getting to know. A lot of Scorpios and Geminis even. So anyway, that's not important. What is important, that if you're meeting a lot of people right now in your energy that is a certain sign or that carries a certain aspect, it doesn't even have to be a sign. It can be people who are very, tired, or people who are very, hardworking, or it can be people who are very uplifting, and it's something that you want to learn about in your life. So try to see there in the external what it is that you can apply to your internal too. There's we gems, we love to learn, right? So what is the ash about, please? Flying out, we got the devil. Oh, I'm hearing the song. You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are, the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are. That's an Elvis Presley song, and he was a Capricorn, and the devil is a Capricorn song. Capricorn card. We got the Magician at the end. Well, we got the King of Coins coming up. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with a Capricorn in February. I don't feel like this is a bad card, the devil. I just feel like it's about self-mastery. And because we got the King of Coins with it, it's about self-mastery when it comes to self-worth, which we were talking about now in December, right? It's about you slowly learning about your self-worth, what it is that you want from your life, You're reaching for the light at the end of the tunnel. You're definitely going for it. You're dreaming big, baby. And so you're leaving that which you don't want anymore. You're leaving that which doesn't serve you anymore. You're choosing from your heart space, and you're taking action. And that action is towards whatever fills your cup, whatever floats your boat, I'm hearing too, because we got the Six of Coins, Six of Coins, Six of Swords. I can't speak, sorry. Here we go. Whatever floats your boat, right? But then we got, the final chapter, I would say, in February, where you have to deal with the negative self-talk, like maybe fear of receiving, fear of failure, whatever, what have you, right? And so you're choosing to look at that in order for you to grow even more. And I think the devil is about, self-mastery. Seeing where you are obsessive in your thoughts and your ideas about things. Seeing what you hold on to really strongly, where your attachments lay, because the devil is ultimately about attachments, right? Capricorn is all about attachments and letting go of attachments, which is karma, right? Or cleansing the karma. See if we can get one more here. No? All right, we're going to choose the other deck and just clarify the devil then. Let's clarify the devil, please. See if it's right. Yeah, suddenly I felt the energy shift. Maybe when you come to this realization, you will have like a space to rest. Yeah, there's a realization here. There's a realization about self-sabotage, where you have been sabotaging for yourself before. And actually, also maybe why you've allowed certain things to go on before, and now you see clearly, you're like, I can see now why, it went on as it went on. And I can also see that it no longer has the power over me. That's awesome. Who or what is the devil? What? You guys, I'm not faking it. You got the 10 of Pentacles at the end. Look at that. So it's all about self-mastery. It's about like bringing in that money. I feel you're in a very Capricornian energy too. Yeah. And then we got you, Gemini, coming up, like Queen of Swords, sharp-minded, visionary. I see it. I see it. I see it. You're manifesting this dream for yourself. I mean, it's inevitable. And while you're doing this, baby, you're just like chipping away all these little things that is not working anymore. You're like seeing through your own illusion. You're calling out yourself on your own bullshit. And you're not really pointing the finger at anybody else, which is so amazing and so lovely. I see that here. You're just simply like, well, I'm worthy more. I'm worthy of this and this and this. If you're not, filling up the boots or whatever they say, you're not welcome in here. Right? Like you're not really pointing and telling other people they're wrong or shaming them in any way. You're just like, this is my bar. These are my requirements. If you want to be around me, you got to meet them. Period. And the thing is, when you're putting these requirements up, it's not about like you thinking that you're better than other. It's about you knowing your worth. So it's not like in an egotistic kind of way. It's more like in a self-loving kind of way. Where you're like, well, I'm finally learning that I'm worthy much more than this. And so I'm walking away from that which doesn't serve me and walking towards that which I am worthy of, that which I want, you know, that which fills my cup, that which floats my boat. Yeah, pretty obvious. If you're dealing with, if you're dealing with a Taurus, I see that you should watch their reading. If you're dealing with a Capricorn will definitely help you out in this. Maybe they will come in February and just help you out. Yeah, you could also be dealing with an Aquarius. They will actually also be here. It's beneficial for you. But most of all, you know, and also I see a Leo. Most of all, I just see you. You're dealing with yourself in a beautiful, beautiful way. All right, now we're gonna have a final card, but it's gonna come from this little surprise, so stay tuned, right? Yes, so, drum roll. I've created my very own Oracle deck. Ta-da! This took me 6 years to create, voila. And it's not even done yet. This is the prototype. The actual deck is gonna be like about this thick. You know, of course, the box is gonna fit differently. It's not gonna be as glossy. It's gonna be more like matte linen finish. And going to be a thicker book, because now I have a book in a miniature version, and it's going to be, I would say, twice the size. In this book, you'll find about, there are 42 cards, and with each card, there is a mantra, which is more like an affirmation, a meditation, which you can like ponder about, think about, you know, meditate about, or on. And then there is also the medicine, which is like more poetic. You can let it sink in and just see how it fits you and how it feels in you, right? These cards are called Sacred Space Prayer cards, and my intention is for them to reflect back to you and however way your daily rituals are, just who you are. It's not about you getting somewhere or you being something, you being better at this or better at that, or less of this or less of that. No, it's not about that at all. It's about you seeing yourself as you are and fully accepting and loving yourself as you are. It's a little bit of a pep talk pile, I would say. So the thing about these cards, I'm just going to pull one here. The thing about these cards is that because they're not actually printed, you can now purchase them in a pledge at my Kickstarter campaign, which you can find in a link down below. So click on it and find your way to pledge it. You can pledge either just by purchasing the card, the deck, or you can pledge however much you want. Or you can also pledge, there are several other ways, you know, you can pledge to get a tarot reading together with a deck, or you can get a personal one-on-one quantum healing session together with a deck. We can get a self-love package. I will like fit in all these things together with a deck. You know, there's so many ways to pledge and to support. Make sure you do that before the 11th of January. That's when the Kickstarter campaign ends. And I'm gonna keep on talking about it because I wanted to reach the goal, of course. So every little bit helps me out. All right, now enough of the advertisement and let's go to your card. Okay, you guys? Let's see. What is Gemini's card? What is the advice for Gemini during this new year reading? Whoa, we got 1, 2 popping up. Well, wouldn't you say? They're actually very similar. That's interesting. We got Karma Cleanse and we got Journey. Look at them. They're super similar. That's super interesting. So this one is the Karma Cleanse. As you can see, these cards are very like, you know, a little bit more like street edge, rough. That's my style, right? I want them to feel a little bit of, you know, handmade kind of feeling, which they are actually. And I want the art to actually, you know, invigorate your senses and create your own imagination and your own intuitive, like, insight on it. Now, the Karma Cleanse is literally about you cleansing karma, like you ending certain cycles in your life, and that in itself heals you. And in that way, you're letting go of these cycles and letting go of these repetitive behaviors, which frees you and liberates you and cleanses your karmic slate clean, plate clean. I don't know what you say. And then we have life as a journey. And life as a journey is more about, you know, that the road is never straight. Even when we think it is straight, it's not straight. You know, life moves us in all different kind of directions. And it's not that much about, you know, the end goal. It's more about enjoying the journey. Even though we want to get to the goal quick, you know, how is the journey? Where is it leading us? What are we doing with it? And how does it like unfold itself in front of us? So what is it that we are no longer able to see? Maybe then we can stop and smell the roses and see it. I'm gonna read for you and then we're gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this reading, all right? Let's see, Karma Cleanse 25, which is a 7 in numerology, which also talks about spiritual awareness and awakening. At 27, was it 25? Yes, it was 25. All right, now the medicine of karma says, listen, let it sink in. Allowance of what is will liberate you from what has been. Transmutation is the transformation of the negative and the positive to neutrality. That's a little bit of the polarity thing that I was talking about, right? The negative and the positive to neutrality. Now is the moment where the past becomes the present and the future unhooks itself from any and all toxic cycles. Yes, exactly what we were talking about. I love this for you. Now, the meditation of this card is, karma cleanses itself if we simply acknowledge what has transpired and take accountability for its cause and effect. It's also very much the devil energy and Saturn energy and Capricorn energy, I must say. Karma is lessons yet to be learned, and they will hold on to you for as long as you refuse to see the value of the lesson. Keep an open mind and embrace the gold within each situation. Karma is the teaching of what you give is what you get. However, the actual mechanics of karma is deeper and more complex. Whatever situation that triggers us will show up again until we loosen our grip on it. When we are neutral to that situation and its cause, when we are neutral to that situation and its cause, it will no longer have any effect on us. This card is your message that right now you are transmuting something that has stuck with you for too long. I told you it was like way past due date, right? It could be a pattern that you've carried throughout life that maybe wasn't even yours to begin with. This moment is here for you to release the old. You no longer need to carry it with you. If something still triggers you, go within and find out what it is and see how you can approach it differently. This is how you transmute karma into gold. Woo! And the mantra says, and this you can use as an affirmation, right? I release the old as I realize the mechanics behind it, and I send it off with love and gratitude. I liberate myself as I free the energy that was once stuck with me. I am free. And I think that thing you need to take with you is just that I am free. Remind yourself, I am free. 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 And also put in a little bit of I am worthy. All right? I'm actually not going to read the journey card. Life is a journey. I'm just going to read shortly what it wants to say. And let's see. Wait. What was it? Oh, it was 18. Which is 9. Yeah. I'm going to read the medicine. All right? Life is a journey. Each step along the way is an experience in its own. Each moment carries an imprint for our soul to expand and grow into our fullest potential. Boom. Talks about being present. Yeah. Okay, my gems, I love you so much. Thank you for sticking here with me and connecting with me and talking with me and having this shared moment with me. I wish you a beautiful holiday season and I can't wait to see you again. Feliz Navidad. Bye-bye.